Imagine being a first-generation immigrant on Mars, living in New Musk. You've paid $100,000 for passage to get there. As an Earther immigrant, your journey in settlement has all the perils of immigrating to a new country and a new frontier, but it is still very different than coming to America and the New World. On Mars, you won't be able to breathe on your own. For second-generation citizens, they'll be born into a world with the GOP's bootstrap mentality for the poor and government support for the rich, ruled by an oligarch that justifies each decision that is his alone to make as being what he thinks is best for humanity. What happens to the residents of New Musk when they become entirely dependent on Musk technology to live? Then Musk hikes up the prices, and the people have no choice but to do it because they literally have nowhere else to go. They have to repay the debt. They can't run away from the colony. There's no air outside of the colony.
Yeah.
And
you don't,
go ahead.
I would say you don't need such extremes in order to create a kafala system. That's basically what you're talking about here. You're saying that there will be a kafala system on Mars where people pay to leave, to find work elsewhere, and then when they get there, they find themselves trapped via the people who have encouraged them to go there, which would be Elon Musk, and basically exploited because they have no way of either returning home or going elsewhere for a different opportunity. That's basically what you're saying. So you're basically saying Elon has codified the kafala system and expanded it into basically the future. So our dystopian future is that much more dystopian because we have old world, basically slavery and kafala attached into this supposed bright future, which is just so depressing that I think this episode needs a trigger warning.
I mean, imagine him hiking.
Your mental health is not at the height of where it needs to be coming off of the New Year's and the holidays. This is not the episode for you. Get some sunlight. What is it? What's that? Sun lamp. Get a good dose of sun lamp before you turn this one on, because this is heavy. Go on.
I mean, it blows my mind to think he could hike up the prices. The residents have to work off that debt because that is exactly what he said that would need to be done. Yeah. That's his answer to that question.
Yeah.
And it is very much like that system, but I can't stress enough the difference of you can't breathe outside of his colony. It is like a penal colony in a sense. Like you can't leave. Like it's not even like I'm going to leave and I'm going to go home poorer than I came. You can't leave. There is nowhere to go. And what's really interesting when you think about the places he wants to take this to, that scenario I just gave is under like, quote unquote, modern, with modern constraints. But what if people lost their mortal bodies entirely, as we were talking about? And then you're trapped within the Musk network of machines to be a worker droid. Maybe they can be a robotaxi. Maybe they can be a humanoid laborer, or maybe both at the same time.
I mean, that's the ultimate trump card. That's the hostage. He's got your immortality hostage. He's promising you immortality, and then he is basically capturing it and imprisoning it within this probably a metallic body if you're lucky. I think most people will end up being a Roomba, something closer to a Roomba for the rest of eternity, cleaning up the floors of Mars.